Our second case at the homicide desk. This is part 8, the golden butterfly. You ready for it?
The man with the golden butterfly. Yes, yeah, let's go.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. That's a woman. That's promised butterflies.
And she's not made of gold.
No. Jip.
Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What do we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy.
Fun.
Is
I
Skipper
think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
is Skipper his nickname for the extremely Irish?
Well, that's the police chief. I'm wondering if there's a department head. Like, you know how traffic had the head of traffic who reported into the chief?
I actually assumed that he was the homicide head.
I think I know the place.
Well, I think he's the chief. But maybe you're right. Maybe he is the homicide head.
Let's go.
Maybe he's both.
All right. You are getting better and better at exiting that building every single time.
Still got in the wrong car, though. Getting close. Getting real close. I'm not driving around in this piece of trash. Get in, you slowpoke. What's taking you so long?
He's fat and misogynistic, and he hates my.
Whoa, that guy hit me. Did you
Did
see that? That guy hit me.
Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
Second, really.
Don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention. Hey!
First with him as a partner.
No assumptions until we see the evidence.
Oh, I hate
right?
this. Look at the mini map.
Right.
I drove
Yep.
to the wrong
See, I knew you
elevation.
were fast, Mr. Phelps. You might get along after
Hey,
all.
more time for the conversation.
Take the next left.
Ooh, that is a nasty run around, though.
It's what happens when you painstakingly recreate a city.
Yep.
Sometimes it's better to gamify the environment than to just recreate it for history's sake. I'm not very good at
So
this game.
close.
What do you think?
So close.
I really almost had it there. Fuck it.
Breathe, Phelps. Breathe, damn it.
Full of advice, aren't you?
I'm a very good driver, if you haven't realized this
Yeah.
yet throughout the course
You
of this
people
LP.
always with your drive your car forwards and don't hit people. Christ.
Hi, newspaper reporters. I'm a serious police officer.
You know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex.
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry and of Elizabeth Short, for that matter?
Yeah, they're all dead.
Sex killer at large preying on women.
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal.
Oh, he loves this.
How can any killer continue to be that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life of the city of angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
He's a captain, not a chief.
Hmm. Interesting.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
Did you catch how you catch how he punctuated that daily reports? I
I was
think
first on
he
scene.
thinks there's something more serious going on than what he's letting onto the
This
report.
is a secure area. You all need to leave.
I just like the way they worked the sort of biblical
find
allusions
her,
into his
Gonzalez?
dialogue.
Not me. Family out for a stroll. I was first reporting.
Can you show me the body?
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
Pepper tree?
That's the guy from the papers.
He fits the Irish Catholic stereotype, the captain does.
Just they were very well done biblical things. Oh my god, they actually modeled the tree branch.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I love subtle things like that. I think this game's full
Can't
of
be
them,
much help to
actually.
you, Phelps.
Like, I thought he was going to just walk straight through him, but no.
There she is.
And it's like they don't need to do that for every tree, just the obvious ones. It's cool.
Signature mark is very distinctive. I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
You seeing the marks on the neck?
Yeah.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Why do you think he rips off all the jewelry?
Anything identifying.
No, but couldn't you remove it without leaving a
What's this mark? Cut on the finger.
bloody mess on the finger?
Fourth finger, left hand, a wedding or engagement ring, violently removed.
Like, you could kill the person and then remove it, but he seems to rip it off while they're alive because of the blood and marks and stuff.
The stomping angle in the Henry
Yes.
case. Was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
This does look very, very similar.
Even down to the park location. I mean, I know it's a different park, but...
But it looks similar, yeah.
Oh, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by R&I?
Back in a second.
Interesting.
The motive was robbery. Why not take the money?
And why brutalize the body?
Yeah, well, what are the point? If you're not gonna be thorough about removing identifying marks, why remove anything that identifies her?
Detectives, R&I says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband.
Yeah, the husband
Hugo.
probably did it.
What'd I tell you? Just grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over.
I was
Have this
joking,
wrapped
you
up by
asshole.
lunchtime.
What
Yeah,
about
that's
not
Rusty's
making
MO.
assumptions and going on the evidence?
Is it the same size footprint?
I don't know if
Huh.
they indicated that.
I am wondering. No, that doesn't.
So the lighter was a plant. Do you think the name tag here is a plant?
I was thinking that until it turns out she has a husband who already called it in. That
You're gonna kill someone!
I get the point.
was there no one you needed to talk to there?
Well, we talked to the first reporting guy,
Still
first
might be
responding
some
guy.
play in the
I don't know who
boyfriend.
else.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If he doesn't work out, then.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
Just go easy, Phelps.
No, I don't. That doesn't feel like a plant
She was
in
a
quite
woman,
the same
wasn't she?
way. It just feels
Well,
sloppy.
around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you?
And
Phelps?
they are
There
really
was no
Make any
writing on the body
insinuations
too,
about
so
my wife.
Yep.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? But don't tell me your eye don't bear.
This conversation is over.
yeah, I guess the crime was different enough. It could be copycat.
Unlike the last one, this just feels sloppy. Like, I think it may actually be a copycat. In which case, maybe it actually is the husband who called it in because that's what an innocent person would do.
So you think the last one may be tied to the larger serial killer?
Well, I mean, I'm using part detective logic and part narrative logic.
Sure.
It doesn't feel like there's quite the same mind at work behind this one.
I'd agree with that.
Like,
I think the biggest difference to me is the lack of writing on the body.
lack of
writing, the lipstick writing.
Yes, that was noticeable. And there didn't seem to be any planted clues. There's just clues that he didn't clean up. Was there a lipstick in her bag, or just the name tag and the money?
Just name tag and money.
I mean, at this point, anything I say is going to be pure speculation until we talk to the husband.
Take the next left.
Ooh, no, never mind.
Didn't quite realize how far away the husband was. There he is. That might be relevant to the case, though. Where the body was dumped was pretty far away from the house.
True. But, I mean, Cole doesn't, but we saw that she was attacked in a random parking lot. Which wasn't the parking lot at this house, it doesn't look like.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Oh my god, is that what girls actually wore? It probably is, isn't it?
Could you have a seat for me, Michelle?
Maybe.
Well, it matches the drapes.
It's very important in choosing a wardrobe.
We're gonna have a look around.
The focus on your partner smoking was a little interesting.
Just sit tight.
I think that's just a narrative tone.
Probably, yeah. I was expecting her to protest or something, but...
Just sets the mood for the era.
Partner will explain everything when he gets back, okay? There's nothing to worry about.
Oh wow, your partner's actually being, like, sensitive and kind.
It was the second little girl we've had to interview, huh?
Yeah. This one actually looks like a little girl.
Junk.
So we're probably in the girl's room there.
Yeah, the violin.
What size are they? Dun dun dun.
Size 8.
Size 8 with treads.
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body. No sign of a wedding ring.
Okay, maybe it's a change in time or something I'm just dumb about, but I thought the whole idea of a wedding ring is you don't take it off. Why do all these people have cases for their wedding rings, like, out on their tables?
For when they have affairs.
Oh, yes.
I don't know.
I see why you would keep that in your bedroom at home.
It doesn't appear to be connected.
And it's the classic grocery bag with a baguette and celery poking out of it. Every cinematic grocery bag has those two things.
What now?
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Could try.
She actually looks
Some
like
of your
a young
mother's
girl.
jewelry was
Good
missing.
work.
Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
She's lying. Yell at her until she tells the truth, Cole.
You You seem reluctant to talk about her jewelry.
It's a touchy subject with Daddy. He thought she wasted too much money on her appearance.
So I got it wrong, but it still gave me some info.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon, I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
And did he come and get you?
I guess that one was a doubt one.
Of course. Some boys offered me a ride home, but that's not the right thing to do.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Her eyes
Mom
were a
and
little
Dad
shifty.
Are, happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. Mommy always wore her golden butterfly.
I know this is a tough time for you, Michelle, but you should really try and help the police.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What? But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
Yeah, it's totally this guy.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
You should come clean if you're having an affair or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
Oh, this is gonna get the girl in so much trouble. Oh.
So why did you take so long to answer the phone when your daughter called?
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's my way of relaxing.
I'm doing these out
You
of
phoned
order.
in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah,
The
that's
shoe
right.
one seems bold to lead with.
My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was at a dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
I think this has to be doubt.
Did your wife ever go out by herself? To bars, nightclubs?
No. What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
This guy is so suspicious.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Mueller?
See how I transitioned there? Speaking of putting my
It's
feet
routine,
up.
sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Why would you
Why are you
lie
lying to me,
about
Mr.
that?
Mueller?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
Because, sir, you have a small penis.
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet.
Huh.
You know,
Oh.
small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
That was dumb.
Your wife went to pick up Michelle?
Yes, that's right.
What happened, Hugo? You got any theories? Because we're starting to like you for this.
The car park by the school is kind of dark. Maybe somebody jumped her there. Did you try the parking lot?
What?
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
Brooch, presumably.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
I'm genuinely worried for his daughter.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
One, we need to break his alibi, check phone records, canvass the neighbors. Two, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in L.A. Three, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
I'm a
watch
convenient
Heroes?
next step.
Did you watch the show Heroes? Pretty sure that actor.
No, I did not.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Mueller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Mueller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Top of my class back east.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
And because of that remark, I'm not able to pull out my weapon.
There he is. See him?
Even if I fire a warning shot at him?
Yeah, I'm trying. It doesn't let me. It's kind of unclear when
There's
you can.
Gotta be a twist. This is way too cut and dry. And I know the last one ended up being that way too, but I guess I still have more faith in this game.
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the captain.
Yes, sir, detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want to home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncles?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and...
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
Oh.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid.
Isn't he the cop they've been talking about on the radio?
So what did he burn last night that he didn't also think to burn the shoes?
Yeah?
Phelps,
I don't know.
1247.
Bloody clothes? Anything with blood on it.
How can I help, detective?
The cop that arrested that movie.
I need an address on a Belmont high school.
Checking for you, detective.
We get Ray Pinker and the technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street.
There's a lot of conversations going on right now.
Yes, there really is. So, the evidence is damning so far. I mean, by the standards of this game, not by Cole's objectives.
Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting. Police morgue downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL.
I don't know if you noticed that, but as soon
Yeah.
as he said got it, the location popped.
Yep, I was
Funny.
confused why it wasn't there already. And I'm cheating and noticing that the video is only half over, so I'm trying to figure out what a twist is going to be.
Come on!
Well, I'm skipping the crime scene and going to the coroner to see if that gives us any
I'm
more
surprised,
info.
you know. I didn't make the husband.
Always make the husband. 9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some wives and men.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
You know, you could have said that without getting all liturgical.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
Appreciate it. And try this one on besides. Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. The famous Lex Ignoramus.
Moses' case is cold. Puts a lot of people away that way.
Any Central unit, a possible 288 at Belmont High School, 1575.
Wait, so there is now a random street crime going on at the crime
11K
scene?
to KGPL. We'll take the 288. Go ahead with the further.
All units in the vicinity in any Central unit.
So, it's a little complicated. If you look at what's going on right now, there is an actual street crime, right? So I just pressed X, but in my head I was thinking I was responding to the Belmont High crime, but that wasn't a street crime. That was like the narrative telling me to go to Belmont High. But just the path I was driving on happened to go near a street crime, and I pushed X because I thought the Belmont High thing. So I'm driving towards a street crime right now, and I have no idea that it's not Belmont High. Like, I think right now that I'm redirecting to Belmont High, but I'm actually taking us to a street crime.
Got it.
That was pretty poorly pieced together, actually.
Yeah, no, it sounded exactly the way they present any other street crime.
Any Central unit, a 211 is shots fired at 410 South Flower Street. Units that can handle code 3 identified.
Tables have turned now, haven't they, boys?
Hey, look, old man, we're sorry. Just quit shooting.
The hell I will. I'm getting pretty tired of losing my weekly take to you punks.
Ain't gonna last long in a tin shack.
Oh. No.
Stupid controls. Turn around.
Well, this is interesting.
Damn them, this is a $30 suit.
That's the second time you've told us how much it cost.
Find some cover! Why won't you go fucking down? Stay in cover!
So this is a gas station of some kind with a underground warehouse, or maybe this is the adjacent. Maybe it's the adjacent building to the gas station. Maybe it's not related to the gas station.
Whoa!
Oh. Hello.
That was really, really well done. Good work,
really
game. This is excellent. This is by far the best street crime we've had yet. That was genuinely cool.
Yeah, that was pretty well done. I like that one.
Even if it was completely tangential to the case. I wish all of them used like interesting set pieces like that. That would make them much more entertaining.
Shots fired at South Flower Street, Scott's Garage. It's code 4 here, but suspect is down. I need an ambulance and coroner.
They're gonna cue the shot.
What?
They're not doing the shot. You know, the coroner wheeling the stiff into the back and Cole and his partner looking somber. Why didn't they do that?
You're behind the wheel.
Alright, so whatever they were trying to do to get me to Belmont, I have no idea. Because now I'm just going to the coroner. Fuck it.
Right. Check on all the guys you just shot. Make sure they made it there okay.
Yes.
That's the second time I've noticed that a vehicle going by on a script has been very effective. But just turning the corner and train out of nowhere was very well timed.
The train in the quarter-mile race down the LA River was pretty cool. Pretty well timed.
I don't remember that.
I landed on a train.
Oh yeah,
That was pretty
you're
well
right.
timed.
I forgot that was also a thing. Okay, 3 scripted. They know what they're doing with those.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
Really?
Which one is it?
It's obviously the bottom one.
I don't know. It might be the middle one.
No, it's not.
You sure it's the bottom one? It might
mean-
not be the bottom one.
What are the normal uses
Yes.
for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
Quasimodo.
It's the police captain.
It's Quasimodo.
Oh, no, you're right. I'm
So are
sorry.
we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
That's quite the phrasing.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
So no sexual abuse, which also makes it different and
Yes.
possibly a copycat crime.
No, not. It's not that there wasn't sexual abuse. It's that there was no criminal attack. That's apparently the same thing, I guess.
Operator, give me R&I.
I guess that must be code word. But was she criminally attacked? Like, yes, someone
Phelps
hit her
badge
with a
447.
wrench until she died.
How could I help, Detective?
But it may
Are
have
there any
been
messages
legal.
for me?
We're still not sure.
Yes, Detective. A green 1946 coupe registered to Mrs. Hugo Muller has been found in the parking lot adjoining the Belmont High School and playing fields. Captain Donnelly wants you to head down there immediately to take the school janitor's statement.
Thanks, man.
Guess we're going to high school.
Maybe whatever crime was scripted to happen will still happen.
Could be. So
Even though I've clearly taken my
How are
time
we gonna look
getting
getting
over
around
there.
in this thing, Cole?
sure looks like they're not setting up a twist. It's just the husband being a copycat.
You drive. I need to go over the case.
And all we're doing now is just collecting more and
Fine.
more evidence.
Where are we headed?
I guess they might do something like toss in a random other suspect at the last minute, like
Great.
last time.
How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
That's
not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that, the coroner's.
How so?
No, you don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
Been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a magazine.
You know, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the print.
Okay, I'm growing to like this guy already.
Wonder how many writers were on this project. Must have had a good amount. There's a lot of dialogue.
Yep. And it's generally pretty high quality.
This is the car?
Yes, sir, Detective.
Have you looked it over?
Superficially. I was told to wait for you guys.
Thanks. We'll take it from here.
Hey, they
what
gave
time
that-
did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
This was the same man?
I don't know, sir. I mean, I'd like to say yes, but truth is, it was pretty dark.
All right. Tell me about this man you've been having trouble with.
He hangs near the playground, tries to befriend the children. He was around here last night before the dance.
Is he violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes. There's the son of a bitch now. Hey, you!
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
Car was returned at 1 a.m. That's a lot later than the death. So,
Yeah.
like, the car was used to stage the murder.
Are you like purposely doing the hurdles because you missed track and field?
Yeah, pretty much.
I wonder if there's like an achievement for running the complete hurdles or something. It is a track.
That would be funny, yeah. I just wanted to go for my personal best, you know.
So I don't know, maybe this is the random last minute suspect they're throwing at us, but probably he'll just have been an eyewitness, I'm guessing. Blah. There's a billboard advertising with blah.
Oh, I missed it.
You'll see it if you rewatch it. Giant taking up the entire top half of the screen.
Fast,
All
fella.
that practice paid off.
Maybe I shouldn't have gone over those hurdles. It did slow me down a little.
You got this! Oh man, he's even wearing the official child molester's hat, or whatever it is.
That's a thing?
What's your name?
I don't know.
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Didn't know they had a
Name's
uniform.
Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you Okie motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
You're under arrest, Eli. You are in very deep trouble.
No way.
Why bother with the paperwork, Eli? I'm gonna take out my gun, and I'm gonna count to 5. Let's see how fast you can run now.
Hang on a goddamn minute. I
Yep.
found that thing in the parking lot.
Get some backup out here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
This one doesn't have diplomatic immunity or nothing.
Yeah.
That was it.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
This is the trunk of the victim's car.
Yeah.
The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is
Oh
a
my
mechanic.
god.
I wonder what Eli does for a living.
No, you don't.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
Okay, this is really just incredibly obvious at this point. I love that that guy's attempt at a defense is, nah, I didn't kill her. I'm just a pedophile who hangs around high schools hoping to find kids to rape. I didn't murder no one.
I guess that's an alibi? He's like, you know me, all I do is rape.
And I rape younger people than her.
Phelps, badge 1247.
There's a blah.
How could I help,
Oh,
Detective?
nice.
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Muller homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thank you.
So how do you see these interrogations playing out?
You've got to be kidding.
You can drive.
We're driving this?
So you'll talk to Eli and learn that
Great.
he
How are we
saw
gonna look
some
getting
guy
around in this
beating
thing?
a woman or whatever, but he didn't care because she was way too old. Then he went by and found...
I say we make
it's
Rooney for this.
so obvious.
I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Muller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
That's sort of wrong. I mean, what clearly happened is it was the husband.
But there's that corruption element.
Yup, I'm seeing that. Although that's an interesting kind of corruption.
It's like you've got two bad guys.
Yeah, but one of them was bad to, like, the woman that he lived with and probably isn't going to kill anyone else. And the other one is an active threat to kids. On the other hand, can't you do anything with the fact that he said, hey, I'm an active threat to kids?
We'll work
Like,
the
it seems like that would be enough, even without sticking him with someone else's murder charge.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Here's where we stand, Hugo. Your next-door neighbor heard screaming coming from your house. You were burning your blood-stained shoes. You have no one who can confirm your whereabouts last night. Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row, and all you have to say for yourself is, I didn't do it.
That's a good summary.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test. I can prove it.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Believe what?
It's rabbit's blood. A guy at work brought him in and I helped him skin them.
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
Doubt.
Do you know anything about braided ropes?
Some. They're mainly used for mooring lines, hawsers, you know, that kind of stuff. We don't have much use for them in the machine shop. We use chain hoists.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Good framing.
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
I bet it was the daughter.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
Seriously, do you think this guy is that stupid?
Why, Hugo?
It certainly
Because if
looks
they were
like
yours,
it.
they'd be in the incinerator too?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Why didn't
Your
you burn
wife
him?
was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
You're gonna die for
That
this.
should have been a lie.
Yeah.
Give me something if I'm gonna believe your story.
I
My
realized as soon as I
conscience
pressed
is
it.
clear.
Sorry, hang on.
You can't badger me into admitting anything.
What were you saying?
I said I realized it was a lie as soon as I pressed doubt.
Oh.
Oh well. I mean, we got enough on him.
Yeah. The thing about the rabbit's blood being truth is sort of weird, though.
Well, could we prove it? I guess the coroner would come back and say.
Like, I'm genuinely confused at this point. All the evidence points to him, except...
Boys, we've really come through this time.
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally.
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
Plenty of pressure to pin this
Down
guy.
on your luck, Eli.
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't miss the place. Big yellow letters, HM out front.
They give you any workwear,
Wait.
Eli?
Sure. Green coverall.
What?
Hennessy Marine,
Dang thing was
HM.
hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
What?
Do you ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not
Plus
a nice
marine
thing
rope.
to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
That's why
Answer
I
the
talked
goddamn
about it a lot
question,
earlier.
Rudy, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
This guy's way, way too fucking suspicious.
Looks like a lot of the
Well,
community
boy
got
like
this
you,
one wrong.
I must prefer McGay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid, tie, hitch, and braid. It stays tied.
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
Oh, you had the butterfly.
Yeah.
Plus the coveralls with the insignia, access to the rope. I don't know. There's actually a good deal of evidence against both of them.
Yeah. I actually don't know which way this is supposed to go at this point.
Wow, only 57% of the
You
community
have
got
no
this one.
job and nowhere to live by the smell of things, and you need money. You've been in trouble before, Eli. Who do you think a jury will believe?
I've been in trouble for other things, but I ain't never killed no one. I saw that car coming to the parking lot late last night. Man got changed there and put his coveralls in the trunk. I saw him drop the butterfly in the lamplight, and he strolled out, cool as you like. And I went over and I...
Oh. That's what we weren't getting.
Eli Rooney, I'm charging you with the
Wait,
first-degree
what?
murder of Deirdre Muller.
Gave me the
You wanna
option of
put
which
me
one to
back in the
charge.
steer that badly, boy, you go ahead and try. I'll beat that rat. I ain't a killer.
Wait, so now you can't charge the other guy?
I probably should have paused there longer so we could talk about it, but no, I chose to charge this fella.
But
Just felt like there was enough evidence against both of them, and this guy's clearly more of a threat, more of a bad guy. Plus, the captain was putting so much pressure on us.
yeah, that's a very consequentialist
Phelps,
worldview.
Galloway, congratulations are at hand. Drink, boys? I think you'll receive a commendation for this one, gentlemen. In the meantime, I'll speak to the DA about expediting the passage of the case. We need swift and merciless justice for Deirdre.
Interesting.
So the case picked up for you at the end?
Well, once again, I feel a little unresolved. But that was, and they're not telling us whether you, quote, got it right or not.
I like that about this game. That happens in a couple of places.
Yeah. I think on balance, the evidence pointed more strongly towards the husband. Like there just wasn't any reason for the other guy. There's no real motive. And this is the second case in a row where it's like they got to come back to this, right? Because there's so many unanswered questions. Like, what happened to her other jewelry? Like put out a trace to pawn shops or something, see where it comes up. Because if it was Eli who did it, then he would have wanted to sell it later for the money, right? And why did he sell some things but not the most identifiable piece of jewelry he picked up? No, I think it was almost certainly the husband. But, from a strictly consequentialist philosophical standpoint, you have done more good by putting away the acknowledged child molester than the jilted husband or whatever.
I
I'm
liked
unhappy.
this case. I thought this was a cool case. It's the first time that they really let you charge one person or another. The interrogations, the last minute addition of the suspect. I thought it was interesting. It threw me for a loop at least.
I think it was a good case. It is the first case to actually engage me from a moral standpoint as well as an intellectual one. And while I am frustrated that they don't tell you the answer, I'm hoping that before we leave Homicide, we'll know for sure, but maybe not.
Well, I think LA Noire is really starting to hit its stride, so
yeah,
I hope you enjoy the next couple of cases.
A lot. Cool. I'm excited.
Rock on.